Good morning, YouTube and Rumble. My name is Otto. Welcome to the Poor Man's Arsenal. Today we're going over the Centurion 11. It is a single stack 1911 clone from Turkey made by Centurion. It is the closest clone that you can get to the M1 1911 from World War II and whatnot. Today we're going to see how good of a pistol this is. And you notice I'm also wearing a body cam. I don't know how well it's going to work, but we're going to be testing that out. Hopefully we get some footage of that too, because if we get a good practice with this guy, I might primarily be making videos with it. That way you guys get to see it from a first person point of view. I don't always have to wear a mask because it gets pretty warm, it gets hot. But anyway, let's get the show on the road. Let's do this. Okay, so we did take a couple videos with the body camera. I will be posting them at the end of this video. If I can figure that out. But until, let me know in the comments if you want to see more footage like that. If not, I'll keep doing it the way I am right now. So for now, we're just going to use this camera for the rest of the time. Hopefully my tripod can work. I got my gloves, I'll be right back. I got my glasses too. So let's take a couple more shots. Functioning very well. Much better than that EG220 that I was testing, because that gun was not reliable. But if speaking of that EG220, if we were still using the EG220, if that pin was still in the gun, it would probably still be running. But it wasn't, and I tried putting the other pins in there and it just wouldn't stay in there. I don't know if the hole was out of spec or it just warped itself out of there, but oh well. But right now, we're just going over the Centurion 11, and so far it's been fantastic. The trigger pull does feel a little heavy, but that's kind of expected for a cheap 1911 such as this. But so far it's been very reliable. Got 50 rounds through it, no problem, and we're working on the next 50, 100. We're probably put another but a couple hundred through it to see how she goes today and see what kind of malfunctions we have. For those that don't know, 1911s are a single stack magazine firearm. That means the magazines only hold one layer of rounds. So like this magazine, for example, holds 8 rounds. Single stack means that there's one single stack on top of each other, all the way going down. A lot of modern firearms are double stack, which means that they kind of overlap each other, like this, going all the way down, which greatly increases capacity. The problem with this firearm is its age, really. For the time that it was made, the 1911 was an amazing firearm. It still is. It's still used today in many aspects of police and military. And even today, because of its reputation in the 2 world wars, it's still such a heavily sought after firearm. People trust it with their lives. Because with this firearm, they know that it's going to go off every single time. when they pull that trigger. Sometimes, if you drop it just right, it's going to go off when you don't want it to. Even though it's drop safe, at least it's better than SIG. SIG, you know, SIG just goes off by itself. Sorry, SIG. Don't fall down, please. Forgot my other glove, but it'll be alright. Got my fucking eyes too, damn it. Don't do what I do. It's okay. One thing I'll say about this though, shooting it without the glove, a lot of the angles on this are kind of sharp. So it's kind of digging into my hand a bit. Let's go reload up again. So, wear eye protection, wear ear protection. Even though I failed to do so at this moment. So this 1911, like I said, it's running fine. It's doing great. I have no doubt that it could probably get through most of these rounds without a single hiccup. It's been reliable so far. It's got some sharp angles. I'm not sure if that's like that for the more expensive 1911s. I can't afford them at the moment. But later on, when this channel gets a little bit bigger, we'll get some more of the expensive ones on here. We'll compare and contrast and see if those more expensive ones are really worth it. Because we'll put them up against these cheaper ones and see if it really is that big of a difference. Because where I'm sitting, this pistol is doing great. It's doing awesome. And I'm pretty sure that I can stand up against them. Sorry if I'm talking funny, I'm chewing gum. Why am I chewing gum while making the videos? Because I quit smoking. 2025, we're breaking bad habits. Let's get healthy, y'all. Drink water. Quit smoking. It's bad for you. Cancer sticks. Done with it. Done with it. So, you know, you might get annoyed with me with the sound of chewing, but that's what we're doing. Now you're probably wondering, like, what belt system am I using? That comes later in another video, because these videos, I have certain topics, like some videos are going to be towards firearms, certain videos are going to be towards gear. So there will be separate videos for gear and firearms. Today we're focusing on the gun. Wish you were a little bit taller. Kind of a short guy. Don't fall, little guy. And hopefully you don't get shot. Fogging up my glasses. Everything also hurts my hand because the firearm was designed to be shot one-handed. At least they didn't have the intention of shooting it two-handed. Maybe just start one. Accuracy is fucking horrible. Well, oddly, it's more comfortable with one-handed. That's another 24 rounds. Back to the reload station. We're already 2 boxes down. We got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more boxes to go. We're going through these in no time. I should have bought 1,000 rounds. I could put 1,000 rounds through this with no problem today. I hope those body cam footages comes out well, because I really want to use those. I think it'd be more fun, more dynamic, especially for someone that's by themselves like myself. I could do more running around, be more fun, because I'm sure you guys love to see me stand in one spot and just tuck your ear off. We want action. I know we want action. If you want to see more action, please hit that like button, subscribe, because I want to keep making more videos. I enjoy this, and I want to produce great content for you. This gun has been awesome. I love this 1911. So far, I'm only 100 rounds in, but so far it's been damn well worth the money. It's been paid, at the end of the day, I think I paid $328 for it. It's a cheap 1911 and it's working phenomenal. I should probably get that Taurus 1911 on here and see how that compares to this with the Gerson. But I got a feeling they're not going to compare to this one, because I've seen other reviews of them and they just don't compare. The reviews are always really bad on those ones. Not necessarily really bad. Like the Gerson goes for a lot more money than this guy. I think the Gerson's like $400 to $500. So this guy's sub $400. I think the Taurus is over $400 also. Safety on, holster. We're just hanging out today. Have a good time. I love you. You're great. Oh, ooh, let's try that again. Let me know in the comments if you want me to get one of those timers, like the beep. You know? Let's see if we can do that. Ooh, failure to feed. Failure to feed. First malfunction of the day. Failure to feed. Got hung up in the magazine. Doing well though, doing well. One hang up at about the 125 mark, maybe. Hopefully it doesn't happen too often. Now I'm in the testing mode. Like let's see if another one happens. See, like I'm kind of a little bit backwards. Most people like kind of scared of the malfunctions. They don't want it to happen, but I'm the opposite. I kind of want it to happen, because then like if it's a malfunction, I want to kind of induce it again, because I want to figure out what's making it happen. Because it's important to know your firearms and their limitations. Because on this channel, what you're going to see a lot of is troubleshooting. Because on this channel, we're also going to be doing builds, and because that's another great way of attaining attaining cheaper firearms is to assemble them yourselves. That's something that we'll do, such as AR-15s, Glocks, Glock clones. We're going to do a lot of assembly on this channel. Doing a lot of troubleshooting. And it's important to know what kind of malfunctions happen with what. So like this failure to feed, I think that was a magazine issue. Failure feeds are normally magazine issues. Not always, but most of the time they are. So if you're having double feeds or it's not making it into the chamber, try swapping out the magazine or ammunition to see if that solves the issue. If you have a failure if the round isn't coming out out of the firearm, you have to check if it's coming out of the chamber. If it's not coming out of the chamber, it's a failure to extract. And that means the extractor isn't doing its job of pulling the round out. Now, if it pulls it out of the chamber but doesn't toss it out of the gun, that's a failure to eject. And the failure to eject means the ejector is having issues or something along those lines. So let's keep those in mind as we go about these firearms. And today we're focusing on, and I had a feeling that we're going to get, I bought some aftermarket magazines. They're kind of cheap as I got from Shields. So I was kind of expecting to run into some malfunctions. And it happened to be one of the cheapos I had bought that had that failure to feed. So we'll see if that continues to happen. And who am I, you might ask? What are my qualifications? It doesn't matter. I'm some guy on YouTube with a mask on. It don't matter what my qualifications are. Always take my word with a grain of salt. But if you enjoyed the content, please hit the like button, subscribe. Let's get some more rounds downrange. And I'm trying to get different camera angles also. Trying to get creative because it's not something, I'm still gaining some experience. Put you right there. I love you. Be safe. Beep. Ooh, failure to fire. Because I failed to put one in the chamber. Try that again. Beep. One thing about me is that I did go to gunsmithing school. I'm going to make another video on that as well. Because the school I went to was kind of a controversial take. And some of you might already get the idea of which school I was at. I think it deserves its own video. Because for whatever reason it's surrounded with controversy, and understandably so. But it's where I got most of my knowledge. I did learn a lot from them. And a lot of the knowledge is going to be helping me on this channel. So, it is what it is. If you have any ideas of cheap firearms, like, I don't care how cheap they are. If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. I'm going to put on a list of what to get on the channel. I do have a list as we speak, and I will be making another purchase here soon of the Centurion 11's little brother, the 2011 we have at home. I'm not going to say his name yet, but you probably already have the idea. So, I want to get that guy on the channel next, and then there's another pistol I've been looking to get. Not gonna name that one either. Yeah, keep the suspense, some secret. Some wow! It's not gonna be a lot of wows on this channel. It's I feel like this channel's gonna have a lot of bullshit and a lot of dumb fucking guns. But a lot of people wanna know if these guns work and they don't wanna waste their money, and I'm okay with wasting my money. But preferably after I get monetized. Please help me out. If you want me to get into deeper stuff like setting up gun belts, IFAKs, plate carriers, stuff like that, let me know and we'll get that going. But my main focus will be on firearms for now. But what is a poor man's arsenal? that is not just our guns and our gear, but also our skill sets. So we'll also be going out and branching out, like hunting, camping, survival type stuff, bushcraft if we can find time to do that. A lot of that's going to come after we become monetized though. So let's get it going. Let's keep going. Ugh. I'll put you in a spot where I don't shoot you. Let's get some back shots. Oh, some back shots. Shot, yeah. Another thing about the 1911, it's great for people that have large hands. Very great for people that have large hands. Because, let me show you. So clear. The slide release is so far forward. Can you see it? I can't see it. Here. The slide release. It's hard for me to get with one hand. So like when I'm trying to reach for it, I can't quite get it. So I'm coming up with the other hand to hit it. Meow! Like the fucking guy on that one channel, that one video said. Meow. I don't care about that part. He says the damage is the extractor. It's whatever. Just don't be dry firing it. That's the more important thing about 1911s. Don't dry fire them. Get snap caps and W rounds if you're going to be function testing them and whatnot. So you can protect that firing pin. The firing pin is a bit more important than that extractor. The extractor will be fine. Like, it's not great for it, but it's going to last a lot longer than a firing pin if you're dry firing it. The holster I'm using right now, I think it's called the Blackhawk LT. It's been, I bought it at Shields. I was a little concerned about buying a Blackhawk holster. Just because there's a video from way back in the day that was going around of a guy, you know, doing a drill. He shot himself in the leg because the holster he was using was a trigger guard holster, and it caught the trigger and blasted his leg. Well, this guy isn't like that, and I think it's also compatible with, what's awesome about it, I think it's compatible with Safariland holsters, which is awesome because the QLS system on the Safariland holsters is phenomenal. I love it. Because like you can just mount those things everywhere. That you can put a holster right there. You can put it under your table. Just put a holster under your table. You can put it in your car. It's awesome. I don't have a QLS on it at the moment, but I will put one on it. But this holster is pretty good. It runs for about $50, but it's not a trigger guard holster like it used to be. Now it's a thumb holster, frame holster. It's on the frame now right here, and much superior, much better. Even though I found another place where I get holsters also, so it's either gonna be Blackhawk or it's gonna be Boardtown holsters, and that's just where I'm going to be going because They have a great variety. They're easy to find. And they have just about every gun you could think of. So, let's get some more rounds downrange and let's keep her going. We're almost 200 rounds in already. Crazy. That's crazy. Crazy easy compared to that EG220. Like I said, I'm not much of a shotgun guy. I'm a rifleman and a pistol guy. It's a little bit more of my speed. Call me a pussy, that's fine. I don't care. Gotta make sure you can see me. This town ain't big enough for a two of us, partner. Oh. One thing I'm not necessarily liking either is the all black sights. I might take some like silver Sharpie or something to put on that front sight just so I can see it a little bit better. But functionality is working just great. It's great. So left-handed. You know, not left eye dominant. Not bad. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, I like to put a decent amount of rounds through my guns, especially for the first shots, because you need to know your gun. You need to know what your gun's capable of. So shoot your guns, especially when you first get them. Shoot them good. Shoot them a lot. The tools. They're meant to be used as tools. Take care of your tools, but they're meant to be used as tools. Don't baby them. And that's why I want to buy some more expensive guns, but at the same time, I don't really care for more expensive guns because I'm just going to baby them. And I don't want to baby guns. I want to use them. I want to beat the fuck out of them because that's what they're made to do. That's what they're meant for. They're meant to go to war. This gun was designed to go to war. And that's the kind of guns that I want, and those are the kind of guns I want to see surpass. And on this channel, we're going to figure that out. Which guns are capable of doing that. Because most of us are just family people that just want to protect our families. And some of us just want to do it for a good price. You don't want to take out loans for all these crazy guns just because some other YouTuber told us to. Because it's the best thing on the market, supposedly just because it's made by this brand and it's super expensive. So it must be better than everybody. I don't care about that. We're going to figure it out. Guys, save your money. Save your money. Just because it's on my channel doesn't mean it's going to be a good gun, alright? I'm not telling you to buy anything on this channel. We're here to test them and see if they're worth a shit. But right now we're almost at the 250 mark. We've had one malfunction, a failure to feed. I think that's pretty damn good so far. That's pretty damn good. I'm getting a little dirty. This Federal is getting a little dirty. The table here is dirty. It's okay. It's excellent. We're here to get dirty. Because we are dirty. We're the blue collar workers. We are the people. You get these different angles. Beep. Yeah, failure to feed. Two failures to feed. I think the magazine wasn't seated correctly. I think that's what was happening. I have a dump pouch that I have not been using. I should be using that. Get my magazines all dirty for no fucking reason. I'm glad y'all decided to sit here and chill with me. Now you're avoiding your families or on your break at work or something. Maybe you bought this gun and you want confirmation that it's a decent gun. We're at the 250 mark. We had 2 malfunctions. Fear the feeds. One of them was probably my fault. I don't think the magazine was seated all the way. And the other one could have been just a magazine issue. So far, the performance of the gun has been excellent. It's been most excellent so far. The trigger pull feels like it's getting a little bit lighter. Breaking in a little bit. It's a good gun. It's a great gun so far. So if you're looking for confirmation to buy it, I say hell yeah, fucking buy it. Great gun to protect your family with. Plus it's God's caliber. It's God's gun. Created by Gun Jesus, John Moses Browning himself. So, yeah, I say go out and buy one. But make sure you're using it. Because you need to practice. You need to train. That is a necessity, is to train and use your guns. Because if you don't use your guns, you are a liability to you, yourself, your loved ones. You're a liability to everybody around you if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. No, I'm swearing a lot. I need to learn how to censor shit because I'm going to swear a lot on this channel. Oh yeah. Deal flag here. It's great. Put you a little forward of me. Got camera angle. Better. Beep. Alright, now that we're empty, we'll do the reload. We're going to eject that back in. We're going to put the empty mag back in. We're just going to do some reload drills. Safety on. Ah. Seated, we got it round in the chamber. Safety on, safety off. Eject. Reload. Safety on, eject. Holster. Put down range. Okay. Fumbling. These reload drills are quick. Put those back in. Should still have one in chamber. Okay. There we go. Definitely better for bigger hands. Mine are kind of small. Oh, we're empty. It's been a wonderful day. But like I said, if you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe. I'm going to finish off these rounds. Probably going to do it off camera, or do it on the dash cam, not dash cam, the body cam, and hopefully I can figure out how to get them together. Because I might be a little bit younger. I'm in my upper 20s, but I'm still kind of a boomer when it comes to technology. So thanks for joining me. Signing off. After this, you might see some clips from the body cam. So, thank you. Alright, back to the body cam. Let's run a little bit. 5 rounds to the last rounds of Centurion 11. 500 rounds. It's almost a flawless victory, and I hope it stays that way, because this gun is phenomenal. 500 rounds, 45 ACP to the federal 45 ACP to the Centurion 11. Flawless victory, aside from 2 days speed, which I think were my fault. I must not see the magazine correctly, because ever since then they have ran flawlessly. 500 rounds, 45 ACP, flawless victory. The Centurion 11 is a phenomenal pistol. Go ahead and buy yourself some. It is a great pistol. Highly recommended. Signing off. Thank you.